All right, battery setup overview with lithiums. So we have the engine putting out 50 amps of power coming through that cable with a shutoff. This shutoff allows me, these cables are in the way, as on, off, and combine. So if I'm ever in a situation, an emergency, I need to combine these batteries, I can. So this setup, starter, this is lead. Lead is the best for starting. Its chemistry is designed to have a float. It's also designed to put out massive amounts of energy quickly, which is what is needed for a starter. So this goes to the engine. This is the charger, which is over here. So we have our charger. This is the talons. I labeled everything for when I take it apart. So we have, this is all my accessories. So this is going to run my, so this starts the boat. It also gets a full charge from the boat while it's running. And it runs all of my pumps, lights, and 2 talons. Okay, so that's lead acid. That's what this does. This is a 100 amp lithium battery. I did a bunch of research. This is a inexpensive battery that is Bluetooth enabled, cold weather charge protection. If you ask me, I'll send you the link to all the research I did. Good battery, couple $100. It has performed flawlessly. Provides a full 12 volts continuously, unlike a lead, which goes from 13 or 14, and it continually goes down to 10. These, from a graph perspective, are awesome because what they do is they stay at 12 volts. So they basically come from 13, stay at 12, and then they drop off. This is a 100 amp battery. I run 4 graphs. So one is only a 5-inch, it's an older Hummingbird, and then 2 Lowrance HDS Live 9s and ActiveTarget. I can do an entire day of fishing off of this battery, and I will come back and check the Bluetooth, and it is at usually 50%, maybe 40% if I really used it. So essentially this is good for an entire day. I do not charge this on the water. That gets charged by the NOCO Genius 10 amp. So I come home, this gets charged up to 100%. All right, so we're gonna walk over here. And I went from two lead acid batteries for the trolling motor to 3 100 amp lithium iron phosphate batteries, the same as my house battery. Now, what I learned from this is do not put 100 amp batteries in here unless you're planning on going for a week to use your trolling motor. At 36 volts with this is 300 amp hours. It's an immense amount of power to run a trolling motor. I can run that trolling motor on high for a week. What I found is that this thing, what happens is I get home and these are only at 90%, 92, 93%. So I barely touched the power on this. That sounds really good, except these batteries, these lithium batteries, really like to run from a longevity perspective. If you want to keep these batteries for 10 years, you want to run them from 80%, in the 80 to 20% range. Because these batteries have so much capacity, what happens is I'm only running in the top 10%. So I'll go practice, I'll go fish all day long on the trolling motor, spot lock, and I'm using less than 10%. So if I was to do this over, I would still do 3 12 volts. Why would I do 3 12 volts? I would do 3 12 volts because if this battery dies, I can take this cable off, move this cable to this battery, right? And what happens is I can now run my Ghost on 24 volts. So if I have a 36 volt battery, which they do offer, if my battery has a problem, I'm dead on the water. So what I want to do is have these 3 batteries, especially if they're in a group 24 size. They're small. They're not big. 3 batteries, 36 volts. Problem with one of these batteries, remove it from the group, 24 volts. I'm still fishing all day. With the lithiums, I run the NOCO Genius. I've found these to be really reliable. So this one charges the house, 10 amps. And then this one charges the 3 12 volt for the trolling motor. So that's the current setup. I honestly, I don't have any problems with this. Any problems if you're interested. So what I did here is, this is my anchor. This is all the things that I'm required to have for the boat that are kind of heavy and I don't want sitting up in front of the boat. So I put them here. I actually I just screwed this into the hull, and I put this on with strap, and then I put another strap because I don't want it flying around. But this gives me a better weight distribution because I got a bunch of weight back here, and it's just items that I just never use, but I have to have in the boat. So, but anyways, from a battery perspective, this setup has been flawless. It's been great, and any questions, ask me. All right, take care, bye.